I have a self-permission to exist, process, work, level up in a way I didn't know was an option. Like I was given the keys to some invisible new freedom and clarity. That's what one of my clients said to describe what this work has done for her. Today's video is going to be about what's on the other side of deep personal development work. Most people that come to me, they come to me with a specific issue that they want to improve in their life. And they've tried the things on their own, and it's not working. I know why it's not working, but they don't. Sometimes people come to me because they're like, something's just not right. I don't know what it is, but something is just not right. So we work on that. And people think it's going to be, okay, we're going to work on the tips and the tricks, and we don't do that. But they think it's going to be me helping them see something, in their head. And that's not what we do. We work on the emotional issues. The real reason why you're doing what you're doing and getting the results that you're getting, or not doing what you're not doing and getting the results you're getting. And when you do this work and you're open, and this work is only as good as you are open to it, period. But when you do it, what's on the other side is almost magic. It really is. You get this clarity about yourself. You get clarity as to why you've done what you've done throughout your adult life. All of the time that you were like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. I'm such a screw up. All of the times that you shamed yourself, you understand why you did that. And you're taking accountability, but you're understanding that there was a logical reason you were doing it. You weren't just a screw up. And you have this sense, you wake up feeling good in your own skin. You wake up excited about the day, not dreading it. I remember, oh my gosh, so many days waking up just going, fuck. I don't wake up like that anymore. When you feel comfortable in your own skin and when you have forgiven yourself, when you love yourself, I'm telling you, it's really hard to describe how wonderful that feeling is. It really is truly amazing. And I think the best way I can describe it is, we've all had the flu, we've all been sick, we've all had colds, where you just feel crappy, where you just are like, oh my gosh, where it takes everything that you have to even get out of bed, and maybe you took some time off, you still feel like crap, and you have to go back and you have to work. Well, you can make yourself work. I mean, I've even done a trial sick. You can make yourself work, you can do the things, you can check the boxes and get through it, but you feel like crap. You feel like absolute crap. And your work product is shit. Let's be honest. It's not your best work. You were probably snappy at people. I mean, I don't know about you, but let me tell you, I'm a pretty nice person, but when I am sick, you do not want to be around me. That's the time when I have zero bandwidth, zero patience. You don't want to be around me. I am not fit to be around people when I'm sick. And then when you start feeling better, that first time that you wake up and you're like, oh my gosh, I think I might live. And that first shower after you've been sick, and when you wash your sheets and get all that sick out, you're just like, oh my gosh, I feel so much better. And then when you're totally over it, that's what this is like. It's been like you were sick this whole time, because you were. And you were just making it through life. How you feel on the other side of this is you're not making it through life anymore. You're not just trying to make it through the day anymore. You're loving your life. You're excited every day. And you still have tasks that, okay, you don't want to do. They're not your favorite tasks. But it's so much easier to do them. Even the things that you don't like to do. You only have relationships in your life that are healthy and happy and good for you. You don't have those people in your life who are energy vampires anymore. Those are long gone. That alone, let me tell you what an energy boost that is. When you are only surrounding yourself with people that make you feel good, I can't even describe it. And those people that, okay, maybe you have to work with, you don't have a choice. You're dealing with them they're not coming into your space anymore. They're not coming, you have like this invisible barrier. You're not taking it personally anymore. You're not letting them get to you. It's just, you're living on a different level. Your work is better. Your relationships are better. Your health is better. You're making more money. You're not overspending it anymore, or certainly not to the extent you were, or whatever your issues. Life is just better on the other side of this work. I remember a friend of mine went to Italy once, and this was before I went to Italy. And she said, you know what? Everything in Italy is just better. The architecture's better, the food's better, the sex is better, and she'd been married for like 25 years. Everything's just better in Italy. That's what this work is like. Everything's just better on the other side of it. And here's the thing, you don't even have to do a whole lot of it to get holy crap benefits. I started getting, oh my goodness, benefits. One workshop with my mentor and coach. I've had people make big breakthroughs with one session with me. Now, they've got a lot of other issues, like this is not a one and done thing. That's not how it works. But this isn't like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to start feeling better right away. You do. You do. But it's hard to describe something that most people have never felt. It would be like trying to, describe color television to somebody who has never seen color. Okay, describe color to someone who's never seen it. That's what I'm doing right now, because most of us have never felt this level of peace, this level of self-love. And once you do, you can't imagine going back to your old self. I've told plenty of people, if you gave me a choice, go back to who I was 10 years ago with all of the money in the world. I could have anything that I wanted. Any financial situation, any physical possessions. I could marry whoever I wanted to marry. I could have anything I wanted, but I had to be who I was back then. Or I'm who I am today, but I have nothing. I'm homeless for the rest of my life. I can tell you, I wouldn't flinch. It wouldn't even be a question. There would not be a choice. I would not ever go back to who I was before. And the sad thing is, oh, and by the way, I've had plenty of clients say that same thing. Couldn't pay them. It wouldn't matter what you offered them. They would not go back. And the sad thing is that if you would have asked me 10 years ago, are you happy? I probably would have said yes. I probably would have said, yeah. I've got a great house. I've got a great practice. What's there not to be happy about? I just got back from Paris. Life's great. Because I didn't know any different. I didn't know how great life could be. And things had been far worse. It's kind of like my mother grew up during the Depression and was not a great cook. So when I was growing up, I didn't know you could make real mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes were just these from the box, these flakes. And you know what? I remember liking them. I enjoyed them. I loved them. Until you have real mashed potatoes. And then you're like, oh, I mean, again, you could not pay me to eat mashed potatoes from a box. That's what this is like. You just have to experience it. Experience living the difference. But I can tell you, no one who has ever truly done this work, I'm not just, I'm not talking about me doing it with me. There's plenty of other people who can help with this work. But that have done the true, deep, honest introspection, but with compassion and love for themselves. Not making excuses, but compassion and love, and really got to the bottom of why they were doing what they were doing. Because there's always a reason. Always, always, always. No one would ever go back. Because who you are, you've gotten back to who you were. It's like peeling an onion, one little layer at a time, and there's a lot more layers to you than an onion. But with each layer that you remove, you're getting closer back to the real you, the true you, who you were before someone told you couldn't do something, before someone hurt you, before someone embarrassed you, before you were traumatized, before somebody put their limiting beliefs on you. When you felt free to be yourself. And that feeling, friend, oh my gosh, it's the best feeling in the world. It's the feeling, quite frankly, that people chase. It's the feeling that they chase and that they do drugs for and do other reckless things for, to try and get that feeling. It's on the other side of this work. It's on the other side of this work, and it sticks with you. You wake up the next morning and it's still there. I'm not saying that you're not going to have normal life trials and tribulations, and this is life. Storms are going to come. Somebody's going to cut you off in traffic. Things are going to happen. I can tell you, though, they don't happen as often. And when they do happen, how you deal with it is night and day different. You're responding appropriately, proactively, not reacting and going off the rails. You're not jumping down somebody's throat. You're saying, hey, can we talk about this? Find a solution. You're not sitting in self-pity or resentment. You're just removing somebody who can't be respectful from your life. Life is just so much easier on this side. So much easier. So, like trying to describe real mashed potatoes to somebody who's only eaten flaked, it's hard. It's hard to no, you just got to trust me. You just got to trust me. Try the real ones. But if you think that there could be a better feeling than what you're feeling now, you're right. If you are walking around and you're short with people and you're irritable with people, or you're sad a lot of the time, or you feel this anxious, like something's just not right, or you're resentful, or you just feel like something is off, or you can't get on top of an issue, something's off. Because when you are living in your own skin, when you're not trying to be somebody you're not, when you're not trying to impress people, when you're being yourself and you're loving yourself, you're far more productive. And I used to be pretty productive. Nothing compared to what I am now. And you're doing the right things for yourself. And you don't have those feelings. You can have some bad moments. You don't have bad weeks. You don't have bad months. You don't have bad years. You have bad moments, and you're able to get yourself out of it. So just imagine waking up feeling good in your own skin. Feeling good about who you are and what you're doing on this earth. Without trying to impress people, without trying to prove how valuable you are, without having to try to get somebody else's approval. Just being okay with yourself. Can you even imagine? If not, you're just going to have to trust my sick analogy. Okay, it's like you've been walking around with a cold all your life and you don't know what it feels like to not feel that way. You might just have to go with that sometimes. And if you're curious, if you're still here on this video, then maybe it's time to explore that a little bit. At least in yourself. Explore what's going on there. Do you think you could have more? Do you think you could be happy? Do you think you could ever get to a point where you're not beating the living shit out of yourself all the time? Which isn't helpful, by the way. We think it is. I just need to be more disciplined. No, you don't. No, you don't. That's not the issue at all. If you think there's might be something more, I'd invite you to check that out with me or somebody else. Doesn't have to be me. But you're robbing yourself if you don't. And that haunting is going to continue. If you're curious about what that means with me, check out the first Saturday workshops that are in the description. Okay, take care, friend.